It's interesting just looking back to Elvis's effect on the city, not just the International Hotel and the Hilton, but when he was in town for an engagement, it was particularly good for many of the lower paid workers because people that were seasonal or in casual work would be earning consistently when Elvis is in town. And we just, now we discussed this in one of our earlier podcasts, but it's just worth perhaps reminding ourselves of this quote. This was from Nicholas Naff, who was the publicity director at the International Hotel, who was actually quoted in the movie Elvis, That's the Way It Is, and also gave an interview with Jerry Hopkins in Rolling Stone magazine in 1970.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, Elvis changes the entire metabolism of the hotel, and he is significant in one regard. There is a constant occupancy. For Tom Jones, they fly in, see the show, and fly out. Elvis has such a following, so many fans, they fly in, check in, and stay the month. And Alex Schufe, being interviewed, also said that he had a unique global reach for an Elvis engagement. People would fly in from all over the world.
Yeah, one of my top 25 favorite movies is the original Ocean's 11. I highly recommend the Blu-ray. Like American Graffiti, there's a documentary and a commentary track with Frank Sinatra Jr. that is just as fascinating as the film itself. And one of the things on the Ocean's 11 Blu-ray, the home video release, is a small documentary, and they talk about the fact that when Frank and Dean or Dean or Sammy were in town, there was a different buzz. So Las Vegas became the late 50s, early 60s. It was the destination. The Summit was appearing at the Sands. The Rat Pack was doing their thing. It was huge. And then, as you talked about, 1966, later in the 60s, that kind of changed. And it might even had we didn't live at that time. There might have been a pervading sense that the rep of the city was changing. It was maybe lesser. It was different. The 60s themselves were making everything different. But I also read an article recently from a Las Vegas magazine when Elvis Presley established himself back in 69 in the International. It returned the city to that place where there was shows, there was entertainment. So it was almost like there was the Sinatra and Friends peak. Then there was a bit of a valley, and who knows where that could have led to. But then Presley shows up, the whole town is affected, the whole hotel, the whole economy. And same thing with the Ocean's 11 doc. Somebody said that, the bellboys, the guys that worked in the restaurant, the dishwashers, everybody benefited because of the influx of visitors. Las Vegas had another peak because of Presley in 69, and like you say, all through the 70s, where it became a thing. People are planning their holidays and vacations. Is Presley going to be in Las Vegas at that time? They might plan accordingly.